Let's talk about conflict resolution for families. I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting, good communication, how to build strong family bonds, child development, and education, all through the lens of the principle self-government. And in this video, we're going to talk about things that you can do to resolve conflicts. In this video, we're going to talk about proactive activities that you can use to decrease family conflict from ever occurring in the first place, or to decrease it if it's already started becoming a family culture thing. And then we're going to talk about family conflict resolution activities that you can do in the moment when conflict is possibly occurring. I spend a lot of time mentoring people about how they can be better at self-government, how they can help their children learn self-government skills and principles. That's why this channel is called the Teaching Self-Government channel. But I sometimes go to people's homes and I will help coach them and train them on the skills with their family members. Before we get into any of the skills of self-government, we want to try to get everybody on the same page. So there are some games that we play to help everybody understand what we're trying to even accomplish as a family unit. This is a really important first step for any family to take. If your family does not have a vision or a picture of what it means to be a functioning family, then you're going to fall into dysfunctional behaviors all the time. But if we know where we are headed, then when we go off course, we can more easily pull ourselves back on course. That's actually what it means to be self-governing in the first place, is that you plan where you're headed, you plan your pathway to get there, and then if you go off course, you pull yourself back on course time and time again. Creating a family vision for your family is going to be one thing that you'll want to be sure that you do to decrease having family conflict in the first place. When I meet with families, we will have a tug of war, and we will talk about what happens in a tug of war, how people are fighting to try to be the one that tears the other person down, but how in a family we should all be pulling each other up instead of trying to pull each other over. So there's another game that we play with a circle rope, and it's a raccoon circle. We all stand outside the rope and we pull back on this big circle. You've got to create a water knot or something really tight so that the rope doesn't fall apart. We pull back and then we can sit down, stand up, stand on one leg. We can do all kinds of things together as a group in this circle with less effort as far as our hands and pulling, and everybody comes up. Everybody gets to move and take action together as a group. This is a really fun game to play, and it gives everybody the idea of who we're supposed to be as a family group. So plan ahead for a picture sometime in the future to create a family vision of who you want to be. Do some comparison games like a tug of war versus a raccoon circle. But also there's another proactive game that we play in families when I'm meeting with people. It's called the airplane game. We play this game to help the family understand that what communications they're sending with their body language and with their voice need to be able to be caught by somebody else in order to really be productive and help the family feel like everyone's understood and solving problems together in a healthy way. So what do we do in the airplane game? We take a piece of paper and we fold the paper into an airplane. Now, there's no specific way that we tell anyone to fold the airplane. Anyone can fold it however they want. And I usually have them do it one-handed with their non-dominant hand. So they fold the airplane. Then we say, okay, now what we're going to do is we have to look each other in the eyes, and we throw with our right hand, catch with our left hand. We're both going to throw simultaneously. And we're going to see how easy it is to catch those airplanes that are all made different and are going to start flying all over the place. The first person to catch like maybe 6 or 8 airplanes, whatever we decide, is the person who wins. So then we take whatever airplane we're with, and by the way, you just throw whatever one you caught last. So you're throwing everybody's airplanes, okay? And it's eye contact. You're focusing on your eye contact with each other. After that, we take paper, maybe the same paper, we unfold the airplane, and now we wad it into a ball. It has a greater density, and so the gravity pull on that ball is going to be more than on the airplane. So now it's going to fly better. They don't know that yet, but you make a ball. Now we play the same game and we throw and catch with the balls. They'll see it's actually easier because it's more simple to catch. So then we talk about how important it is to have eye contact when we're communicating with each other, but we also talk about how when you are throwing something, it needs to be easy to catch. So when you throw an airplane that's made differently and maybe the person didn't even know how to make the airplane, sometimes that can be really hard to catch. It may catch a wind current and not fly well, but that ball is going to be a lot easier to catch. It's simple, it's predictable, but everybody pretty much knows how that thing's going to fly, where an airplane is totally different. So this is a great communication game to help the family understand that some of our communications might not be easy to catch. We need to have them all be predictable, simple, easy to understand. This is where we get to the self-government skills and principles that are so useful. So another proactive thing you want to do is teach good communication skills in general. So there are many communication skills that are taught here on this channel in my trainings and courses, but one of the foundational set of skills is what we call the 4 basic skills of self-government. Those 4 basic skills are following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences, and disagreeing appropriately. These children's books, which are the Teaching Self-Government 4 Basic Skills children's book set, actually teach the 4 basic skills of self-government to children. They're probably appropriate for children like 12 and under. They rhyme, but they're super relevant, and the families has various ages of people in it. You can find them at teachingselfgovernment.com. So you want to pre-teach those 4 basic skills ahead of time so that everybody understands how to communicate. If they are not communicating well and using their 4 basic skills, you will need the parent skills of self-government as well so that you can calmly correct the situation and get them back on track without creating a lot of emotional baggage along the way. Now here's another activity that you can do either ahead of time proactively or right in the moment when family conflict is occurring. And this activity is called role play practice. So when one person notices that the communication has maybe not worked out right, it could be a good idea to switch roles and practice the conversation again, just like it occurred. This would help the people to see how they maybe weren't throwing something that was easily caught. Then you will do the same scenario, switching roles, and now using your self-government skills. This can make a big shift. But before you'll probably be able to get to a place where you can have that type of really informative role play practice where learning can occur, but what to do better next time, you're probably going to have to help everybody get to a place of calmness. Family conflict often happens because someone does not understand how to calmly communicate with somebody else. Their impulses and frustrations will take over. They'll say and do things that they might actually regret later and definitely don't help a problem to be solved. So getting someone to a place of calmness is vital. In our family, we never talk unless we are calm first. So you could have in your family a calm down first rule. You could discuss as a group in a family meeting that you need to have a plan for how you will communicate with calmness. And you can plan as a group that you won't ever communicate unless you're calm. Why, you might ask? Well, because you're not in your right brain. If you're not in your front brain, your prefrontal cortex, you don't have 100% ability to actually understand other people or to solve your problem. If you are in your mid or back brain, you cannot solve a problem well. So we have to get to calmness first, then we can talk about situations. If that is a rule for your family, then that will actually stop family conflicts from happening and start focusing people on communicating calmly instead of just getting their feelings out. Just because we're focused on calmness does not mean we can't ever share our feelings with each other. We can, but let's do it after we first get to calmness. So calmness first, as a rule, is going to be very beneficial. Now, you heard me mention something called a family meeting. Family meetings are another proactive thing that you can do to prepare to not have problems in the first place as a family. But if you already have a family conflict that's brewing, you can also have a family meeting as a really structured time to be able to discuss the conflict, come up with solutions, and not take things personally. The family could even vote on how to solve the problem so that finally the problem can just go away. There is an appropriate structure for a really healthy family meeting, and you can find that on my website, teachingselfgovernment.com. There's so many more things that you can find on that website, including the skill set for how to do a disagree appropriately skill, which is going to be your most useful skill in avoiding family conflict altogether. If you can seek to understand somebody else's point of view, then share your point of view, listen to what they have to say okay, and drop the subject. If you can disagree appropriately, you will have greater chances of understanding others within the family unit. But again, calmness is key, so guess what? I've got a gift for you. On my website, teachingselfgovernment.com, right now, my Calm Parenting Toolkit, which is a free mini course to get you started in your self-government journey, is available for free. So go to teachingselfgovernment.com, find the Calm Parenting Toolkit, and get started. The toolkit is not a full course for everything self-government, but it will be a great toolkit that you can use forever and ever to help you improve your calmness. I'll see you there.